I'm going to show you how to make these neck coolers. It's divided in, the cooler part is in two sections here, and it ties around your neck. You soak it in water, and this fills up and expands, and it cools you for a long time. To start, you take your fabric and you cut a 5-inch section. Then you fold that, and I use 3 pins. I pin the middle, and then I pin 4 inches this way, and 4 inches this way. Now I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew it. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to sew all along here until I get to here, and then I'm going to back and forth a couple of times. Then I'm going to raise my presser foot and pull my fabric through and start here again, and I'm going to go back and forth a couple of times, and then I'm going to go along here, and then at the end I'm going to curve. This one I just finished. You can see that I curved around, and then I have this open area. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this right side out. This takes just a little bit of time to turn these right side out. You don't have to put a curve on the end, but I like the way it looks when it's tied better than if it was just a blunt end, but you do it too however you want. I use a big knitting needle to poke out the end here. See how that does? And then I'll do this side, and then I'm going to press it, and then I'm going to make my pockets. I made over 100 of these, and they work very well. How we do ours is we just have it soaked, and it's thick and puffed up and cool, and we just keep it in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator so that it's ready to go at all times. Okay, I got that turned right side out. Now I'm going to take it, and I'm going to sew it or press it, and I just press it like this. I don't get real excited about it being perfect or anything like that. Do both sides. Then I have to do the middle. So I fold the bottom, the underneath part up, the top part down. Like I said, it's not rocket science. All right. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I need my pins for my other one. I'm going to mark my middle, and then I'm going to mark 7 inches out. So from the middle, 7 inches. And from the middle, 7 inches the other way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew channels like this one. I'm going to be sewing these channels. And that's where my water sorb is going to be, right in here. And that way, making these channels, it doesn't get down in this part, which is the tie. This will get real fat when it's soaked up, and you don't want that on this end, because this is where you're going to tie it around your neck. So we come over here to the sewing machine, and I just make sure that I sew it back and forth. Clip, clip. My next one. And make sure you backstitch every time that you are sewing so that your stitches don't unravel. Got one more. And I always move my needle so that I don't have to stop in the middle of sewing. Alright, I've made my 2 channels. Now you see I have 2 channels here. And that's where I'm going to put my water sorb. It's W-A-T-E-R-S-O-R-B. And I only need 1/4 of a teaspoon in each one of these pockets. So I put that in and I pin it. Open up the other side. Get my 1/4 a teaspoon. Carefully put it in there. Now I'm going to sew this all shut. And I'm going to hold these like this so that my water sorb doesn't come out. So I'm just going to sew along the edge. And I do a pretty narrow seam all along here. Of course, I take my pins out when I get to them. You can use any kind of fabric that you want. Cotton is obviously your best choice. Make sure that the fabric is a very close weave, because otherwise when the water sorb crystals soak up the water, they'll actually come out of the fabric if you don't have a tight weave. So there you go, it's done. And you'll just put this around your neck after you've soaked it in water and just tie it. And as it evaporates, it'll keep you cool. This